Hello everyone, welcome to Best Side Cycling. Today we're here in Taipei and we're actually at a local bike shop here, Taipei Bike Works, where we rent some bikes and we plan to ride a loop around the city. So this is the bike I have. It's a Trigon with Shimano 105s on it and hydraulic brakes. And then I'm here riding with Michael and we're just getting ready to go. And we're off. So first mission is to get to the river trail. Yeah, this is the right way. So this is our route for today. It's 50 miles with about 2,800 feet of climbing. It mainly features a ton of the river trails around the city, as well as 2 climbs, one of which is extra that I put in. This route was originally taken from the Rafa Bike Club around here, usually a really great resource for finding places to ride in a new city. So we're now heading westbound to meet up with the route at the Dao Cheng Plaza. And you can see just all the motorbikes here. As mentioned in a previous video, there is a ton of them in the city, so riding around, really that's the space that you'll be sharing with, as there's usually sort of a bike lane of sorts, but it's including motorbikes. Really the really best thing you can do is just to keep your line and make sure to just look around whenever you want to move, and certainly look out for even larger vehicles. But nonetheless, we make it safe, and here we go to finally officially start our ride on our first trail. We rode a ton of trails so far. We're gonna soon approach sort of the hills of today, but I found this neat little spot here where it's a giant sign of love and a nice sort of red bridge in the back, so it's sort of fun. So now we're sort of transitioning outside of the trails of riding today and towards some of more of the roads and climbs that we'll experience. It was pretty interesting because it gives me a better idea of what it's really like to ride around in this city. I'm pretty new to riding in other cities internationally, especially, so I was pretty nervous at first, but having someone around with you just gives you a lot more confidence, even though you're just sort of managing new traffic patterns. But I think Taiwan overall is super easy to bike in, especially since they already have all this infrastructure for motorbikes. You just sort of follow along, and drivers seem to be more or less really accustomed to having bikes around. Alright, first gradients of the day. We're gonna see how we do here. But yeah, now we're on a very different type of road as we climb out 2 parts and then hopefully get some nice sights of Taipei while we're at it. So we started the climb here. This is the Strava segment. Overall, it's a pretty good climb. Definitely spots of like 8 to 9% gradient, and with the gearing I had today, it was a compact one, so I was more than ready, though I was riding flat pedals for the whole ride. Really scenic views in the back, as you see Michael just working his way up here. Definitely something I haven't quite ridden before, so it's really enjoyable experience. Not much views in terms of this direction, but here's a photo that I caught going the other way. So yeah, we made it over, and then we began our descent. Definitely pretty curvy and windy, so that was sort of different and fun, but there's traffic lights to look out for. But main impression is definitely that there's a lot of local mountains that you can just go out and ride to all around the city, or you can just stay within and ride a ton of the flat sort of river trails that we already saw. But now, as we're heading down here, we're gonna start going through some different types of roads now again, which made this ride sort of interesting because I got to see like sort of the full gamut of what it's like to ride around here in Taipei. So now we're on some bigger roads, ones we haven't seen quite before, and then some what I would call probably the suburban roads here as well, which was probably the most uncomfortable part of the whole ride. But overall it was super easy to navigate and go through, and even this wasn't all that bad because traffic wasn't super high. And there you see there's a pillar on the right, I think marking the Taipei Zoo, because I just saw a giant giraffe on it. But if you've been enjoying this video so far, please roll over that like button, subscribe. I wish you all a happy new year, and I recently was just in Hong Kong as well, so I'm gonna upload a bunch of those videos. And yeah, one of my main New Year's resolutions this year is to upload more videos consistently and maybe get us to 5,000 subscribers. So I would really appreciate that help. Roll over the like button, subscribe, and let's keep on going. All right, so we're making here. I'm gonna go up and climb Maokong now. Michael's gonna take a short little break, but first what awaits me is this big set of stairs. So let's go up. This is mega steep, yo. Oh my gosh, this is so steep. If I fall backwards, I'm dead. This is the steepest thing I've ever climbed. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Why did I do this? Oh gosh, that was scary. Just for context, this is how steep that thing was. Oh my goodness. About to approach the climb. You can see the gradient right there. So this is the 1,000 feet up Maokong. Let's go, let's do it. Oh, the saddle we go. Riding in the flat pedals. Looks like there's some steep pitches right here at the bottom. I'll keep riding. Keep going. Fork in the road, we gotta choose going up as we're doing clockwise. So we'll end up back in this part to the right when we're done. Check this out. Like palm trees. It totally feels like some type of pro world stage. Like all these super narrow roads winding up. So if you couldn't tell, this was definitely my favorite part of the whole route. Just having a climb to go up in a foreign country is super appealing to me for some reason. And as you could tell, it's super serene here. Tons of nature all around you. Finally have another cyclist to give me some extra motivation to get to the top. And yeah, this is what it looks like as you crest near the end. And there's gonna be some views that we're gonna check out just all along our descent, making it back towards Michael and finishing the whole loop. So now headed towards the Maokong Gondola, which is a pretty well-known tourist destination just around here. There's a ton of tea houses up here and other sort of restaurants and amenities. So it's pretty neat just to roll through and just sort of see what these sort of communities and areas look like, as well as there is a ton of windy turns. And something I super appreciate about how they set that up here is that they always put these mirrors for everybody to use for all these blind corners. So definitely take it easy still, but it just gives you extra assurance in terms of where you should be as you're descending through all these different lines. But we soon make it past to the Maokong Gondola station, and today it happened to be closed, but nonetheless it was just sort of fun to come up here as I was finally rewarded with a great view showing up here on the left. I can see all of Taipei 101 there to the right, just the whole city. So yeah, beautiful climb here at the Maokong Gondola. There's a ton of rest stops and stuff, but yeah, this is what I came for. Just a sight of everything here. You can see the whole city right behind you. So now we just finish off the descent and just also finish off the ride and some last bit of river trail. So I just want to talk about some of the details about this ride, things I recommend, also some tips. So first of all, it was really nice having a road bike to do this route, of course. It was a good one, 50 miles. I probably wouldn't have as much fun on this climb on a Brompton. So really huge shout out to Taipei Bike Works yet again. The staff there and everything was super duper helpful in getting it all set up, and they can do all correspondence in English before you get there, so it's really easy to organize. So make sure to check them out if you are coming to ride here, as well as yeah, definitely just how big a difference it makes just riding along with someone else. Even though I had the Garmin maps loaded specifically for Taiwan, which you need to add on if you especially got it here in North America, and loaded this route, it just gives me extra confidence knowing that I'm not completely alone, just having someone just in case. But getting someone to ride with also really helps. And for me, what I found in East Asia is that the Rafa Club is sort of a really good entry point. There isn't something quite like the Cascade Bike Club that we have here, where there's a lot of free group rides, easily accessible. So the Rafa membership sort of lets you participate in a lot of their social rides as well, which usually is a great way just to see the city. And that's really what I loved about this route. It's just like all the river trails really nice, super chill, easy to navigate, as you saw too, really well paved and everything. Great way just to take in the city, but doing that other half of the loop as well, I got a really good idea of what it's like to ride here, as well as have some climbs and scenic views. So I don't know if this is like the Lake Washington equivalent of riding around in Seattle, but to me, I really enjoyed this route. And with my one ride that I got to do here in Taipei, I think it really paid off. So I definitely would recommend it, and I am definitely itching to come back to this country to ride all the climbs that are more remote, as well as may possibly participate in the Taiwan KOM. So let me know in the comments below if you have any other places you recommend me ride around here in Taiwan for next time that when I come back, or if you have any thoughts on the video. But that's all I have for now. I'll see you all very soon, and have a happy new year.